Django, what are you doing? Good morning, everyone. Thanks for logging on. It's one of those mornings. I had my phone tripod, and then I couldn't find what did I do with it. So I was scrambling. I had it, and then it disappeared. I'm not sure how it got on Django's bed, if he grabbed it and moved it, or if I put it there. It's been one of those mornings. I have no idea. It's like I had it in my hand, and then I went to get coffee, and I couldn't find it, and it was on his dog bed. So I'm assuming maybe I put it there. Maybe I'm going crazy. Could be. Who knows? Might be just going into madness during this workout, so bear with me. Give everyone a moment to log on. You're going to need a foam roller and a mat today. We're going to be doing, since we're easing into a bit more running outside or cardio of your choice, we're going to spend a little time on the foam roller today, hitting some trouble spots people might be experiencing with hips, knees, ankles, all that kind of stuff. So, yoga mat, foam roller, and we'll get rolling. Rolling. Foam roller. If only someone was here to... Greg would have enjoyed that one. Right, buddy. Oh, all right. Where are my foam rollers? Ah, look at that. Bam. Hey, buddy. All right, so foam roller. Oh boy, all the dogs are up. So foam rolling for running specifically, running, jumping, plyometrics. We're gonna focus on the outside of the hips and then go into some stretches. So if you only have one foam roller, you have multiple people working out. I'm gonna go through the rolling sequence for that, and then the other person I'm going to go through some stretches with. So if you have two people and only one foam roller. So first rolling move, you're going to have the foam roller right outside your hip. Your elbow is going to be down on the floor. You're going to find just a tight spot on the outside of the hip, rock side to side, put some pressure in that area. So you're going to spend some time doing that. And then what I want from you is a supine twist. Straight leg pulled across the body like so. Give yourself about a minute in that pose. And then you can switch sides. So roll, hit your hips for about a minute each side on the roller. And then that stretch, the supine twist, both sides. So while you're doing that, the other person can join me on the mat, or their mat, and we'll go through the lower body sequence. So we're going to be in that low lunge position. So what this is going to focus on is opening up your back hip, focusing on full extension, squeezing my glute, pushing it through. This front foot, I'm working on my ankle, gripping the floor with my feet, pushing my knee over my toes to stretch out my calf. I'm breathing. This is an active position, actively pushing myself into these stretches. I'm just going to hold it here, breathing, spending some time in these stretches, especially if we're working from home, doing a lot of sitting, and then we're jumping in, we're running, doing backyard gains, doing the D1 to U app workouts. It's good for us to spend a little bit of time today stretching. Recommend it going forward too is plenty of stretching throughout. Alright, so we're going from this lunge. We're going to add in some rotations. Drop the elbow, open up to the ceiling. So what this is doing is I'm pushing up my knee as I go down, adding in rotation from the hips and the low back, and I'm actively squeezing my glute still on that back leg. All right, then I'm going to push back into a hamstring glute stretch. I can pull the toes up if I want. The top part, so the proximal part of your IT band actually hooks in to the glutes, the hip, all that good stuff. And then as well as the distal part of your IT band, the furthest away, hits into your calf, that lateral part of your knee, so stretching out all the muscles involved there. Big deep breaths, we're breathing. And then we're going to make that hamstring stretch active. We're going to put our foot back down, press up, and then I'm going to rock side to side in that glute hamstring stretch. And come back down and then switch sides. Low lunge. Pushing my hip to the floor. If you're on the foam roller, make sure you've switched sides, done the stretch on that side maybe, and then going to the other side. Hitting up those foam roller exercises and the stretches too later on the day, maybe before bed, is a good idea too. Get yourself to calm down, relax, recover before bed. Once again, actively squeezing my glute on the back leg, opening up my hip, front leg, working on my ankle position, and then from here, 5 rotations. And pressing back into the hamstring glute stretch, as well as my low back, getting some flexion through the spine. And then I'm going to press up, rocking side to side, 5 reps. A little bit more active of a hamstring stretch. We're going to go into saddle pose. If you're on the foam roller, you could start your stretches if you haven't done those yet. And curl the toes underneath, broken toe position. Going side to side, making sure all of our toes get warmed up, get some extension. Especially important for the running, lunges, proper walking, jumping, landing. So I'm just shifting side to side, toes are pulled underneath, working on prioritizing extension through all the toes, stretching out the bottom of the foot, your arch. Good. And then we'll switch implements or switch people, depending on what you've got going on. What's up, Wendy? What's up, Zinda? Bam. Alright, so I'm going to be using the foam roller now. If you were foam rolling, now you could go into your stretches. Low lunge rotations, hamstring. Hey, buddy. So now I'm on the foam roller. It's under that side butt muscle. If you were to put your hands on your hip for sassy stance, it's the meat right behind your hip bone. Hunting around, doesn't feel too bad today. Sometimes you'll feel like a knot right in the side. What you want to do there is just apply some pressure and then roll into it. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Come back. Just a little contract, relax, roll into it. Hunt around in there. Some of us might have a little bit more tension on the back side of our glutes. Just play around with those positions, find those spots. I'm going to switch sides. Glutes are a little sore from yesterday. Good. Probably all the kettlebell swings. How's girls, Django? Life with a dog. I did see a quality meme the other day where they were saying how their coworkers now, it was like cats and dogs making all their weird noises. And the number one comment was someone saying they heard all of those same noises at work in their cubicles. I got a good chuckle out of that. Alright, there's a tight spot. I'm going to roll into it, roll out, roll in, roll out. Alright, then I'm going to take it down to the mat, into my supine twist. Get that light stretch, my leg is straight, grabbing my ankle. I could use a strap if I want, a belt, just something to grab onto my ankle or my foot with. Let that leg go straight. If you're on your low lunge and you've done your rotations, your hamstring stretch, your hip elevated hamstring stretch, both sides, then you could go into saddle and broken toe. I'm going to switch sides with the supine twist. Yeah. Breathing, leg is straight as I can get it. Hitting that hamstring, the glutes. Bam. All right, I'm gonna roll out of there. If anyone's got any questions, hit them up in the comments. So that's a little recovery series. You could do, 1, 2, 3 sets of at night, throughout the day. That's specifically, it's going to feel great. It's going to get the hips warmed up, loosened up, but it's specifically too for if your hips are feeling a little off, tight, if you're getting pain on the lateral part of your knee, so the outside of your knee, if you've ever had IT band pain, your IT band locks up, don't focus a bunch of energy on rolling out the IT band. That's not where the issue is. That's just where you feel it. A lot of times, most of the time, if you're having IT band pain, it's your calves need to get massaged, stretched. Your hips need to be, you need to get some rotation, some stretching, some strengthening, some massaging. So come back to those areas, give your hips some love, your ankles some love, and then a lot of times that knee pain will clear up fairly quickly. So throwing that out there for everyone. If there's no questions, we're going to move on to performance today. Bam. All right. So, hey, buddy. What's up? First part of performance, you're going to be in, it's going to be plank mixed with some hip exercises throughout. So, planks can be done from your knees or from your feet. If you do not want to do a plank, you could be doing a dead bug. So, dead bug would be on my back, arms and legs, opposite arm moving, opposite arm and leg moving. That's if you do not want to do the planks. Alright, so we're going to start off high plank from your knees or from your feet. 5 shoulder taps with a forward reach. We're going to drop it down to hands and knees. We've got 5 forward circles, pausing at the top, completing the circle. Drive that leg back, pause, complete the circle. 5 reps. Slow and control, backward circle. Arms are locked up, pause, complete the circle. Drive the knee up, bring it back. Up, pause, bring it back. Switching sides, pause, complete the circle. Make sure we're feeling those glutes move. We're not feeling it in our low back. Arms stay straight. Bam. Then we're going to be back down on our mats in a prone position, lying down. We've got prone swimmers. Arms go out, max tension. Reached overhead, pull down, scoot back to the start. Slow and controlled. Ten reps. So on those, you should be feeling it in the shoulders, between the scaps, because you're actively squeezing those shoulder blades together. If you're feeling it in your neck, relax your head, maybe put a towel under your forehead, but then make sure you're not shrugging. A lot of the times when people go to make the circles or reach overhead, instead of squeezing down and back, they're doing a shrug. So just so you're aware of that. All right, back down to hands and knees. Leg out to the side. We got 5 outside leg raises with a pause at the top. Getting that foot level with your hips. Should be straight out from my knee. 5 each side. And then I'm going to pivot. I'm going to double up my mat. Kneeling on the floor in frog. Kind of sucks. So then we're going into a frog pose. Feet are wide. You can turn your toes out. Knees are wide. And then we're going to just send our hips back. Big deep breaths. Breathing in that frog pose, pushing our hips back. We're going to do 5 breaths here. And then we'll scoot out of there. Back to our mats for some low back work. So arms are straight, legs are straight, opposite arm, opposite leg with a hold. 5 reps each side. 3, 2, 1. Switch. 3-second hold. Switch. If you would rather do a bird dog instead of the alternating extensions, it can be opposite arm, opposite leg with a hold. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. That's an option as well. All right. Second set, Django, let's go. 5 shoulder taps with a reach. Then we've got our circles. Pause, complete the circle. Slow and controlled. 5 forward, 5 backward. Make sure the arms stay locked out. Movement's coming from our hips. And we've got prone swimmers, right, Django? Hands start in the low back. Rotating, palms rotate down, reach overhead. Do your pull-up, scoot back to the start. Make sure I'm not shrugging, pulling those shoulder blades down and back. Lifting with the upper back, lifting with the shoulders. Not letting your hands touch the floor. Then finish my sentence. Completing the prone swimmers, you've got our lateral leg raises. Foot is out to the side. Lifting with a pause. Bring it back down. If you cramp, get out, stretch it out. Don't be a hero. Those hip cramps really suck. Double up the mat. Frog pose. Knees are wide, feet are wide. You can turn your toes out if you want, sending your hips back. Working that internal rotation stretch at the hips. Hitting the groin. Stretch out the adductors. 5 breaths here. And we'll come out of there. 5 alternating extensions or bird dogs each side. I'll demo the bird dogs this set. Kick back, reach forward. 3, 2, 1. Keeping my hips level. Abs are braced. 3, 2, 1. Good. Any questions? All right, we're going to roll into that last set. Hey, buddy. High plank. 5 shoulder taps each side. This could be dead bugs as well. Your choice. We've got our forward circles, pausing, completing the circle. Forward circle, backward circle. And going the other way on the other side. And we've got our prone swimmers. Hey, buddy. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. Not shrugging when I'm overhead. Lifting the arms, lifting the shoulders. And then we're back up. 5 of the lateral leg raises each side. Keeping it level with our knee. Raising that foot thigh high. Nice little pause. Flipping the mat. Quick frog pose. Knees wide, feet wide. Toes pointed out, pushing our hips back. 5 breaths here. And we'll rock out of there. 5 bird dogs, or 5 alternating extensions with a pause. And just a quick child's pose, feet together, knees wide. Send our hips back, big deep breaths. Whew. All right, good work today. Thanks for joining me. Real quick, team clap for Troy and his family. 3, 1, 2, 3, bam. Sending them love. It's good to see you're home, Troy. Lots of love, buddy. Lots of love, Allison. Sending them good vibes, prayers. But thanks for joining us. A little Wednesday mat time. So if you're recap, IT band, your hips, ankles, feeling a little beat up, go back through that series a couple times. Make sure you're doing that, 2-3 times a week, and see how we start to feel. So keep me posted. If you have any questions, hit me up. Thanks for joining me on the mat. We will hopefully see you all outside or from your home gym. So either way, we'll hopefully see you at 6. I'm heading outside. Pretty pumped. Should be a good time. Right, buddy? Kettlebell, dumbbell, whatever it is you have. Let's get after it. Boom. See you later.